What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checks with the projectile. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Gets the crossover. Rattles them with a beautifully placed jump in. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Definitely saw that counter coming. Well-timed command throw there. What's the play here? Tries to bait him with the projectile down to the wire. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Got their eye on the air. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Taking stock. Not shy with the grab. That slight doubt is all it took. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Checking their reactions with a fireball? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Jump! Double lariat, and now? Scrapping it out up close. Medium kick hit. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Smart play to stop the opponent. Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Solid anti-air. They're trading attacks. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Both fighters are playing with a full deck of drive. They need to show their hand and do something with it. There's the counter we wanted. Reads the jump in perfectly. Gets into perfect fireball range. Doesn't take the throw. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Flushes that off and keeps going. Uses the target combo as a filler. Yes, sir. More damage, please. Risky decision, but let's see how this plays out. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at clutch anti-air. They just said, get that jump in out of here. This unleashes some big damage. Oh, this'll break them. What are they gonna do? Presses for a reaction with a fireball. A jump and crowns them from above. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. Player 1 has a full drive gauge, but is on the brink of death. A real test. There's the counter we wanted. An attack with a it on the fireball. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jumps in. Smart play with the throw. Closes the gap for the grab. Box him with a target combo. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Plenty of space between the two fighters. But who will decide to close the gap? Taking stock. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Knockdown. Player 2 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Heats it up with a combo into super. All right, what's coming up next? Both fighters are barely alive. The quarter makes it hard to escape. Nice counter. Risky up-close scrap still going. Lots of distance here as both fighters look for an opening. Barely KO! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Who's going to start things off? goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when the opponent can't jump them. Player 2 has the life advantage. There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Jump! Smart play to stop the opponent there. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Extra spicy Shoryu connects. The drive impact is denied. Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. That was a well-placed projectile. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Player 2 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Player 1 with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Crowns them from above. Player 2, this is gonna hurt. Turns out. Amazing, risky play, but it pays off. Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. With super hard. Oh, yo, Rock, super hit. Uh-oh, this could really tip the scale. The super connects. Close range reads the jump in perfectly. They're in range. Connects with the throw. Fireball pressure. Trying to wear down the opponent. Gets into perfect fireball range. Wall splat into the guard break. It is over. Player 2 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Nice fireball. Jumps in. Can't tech the throw. Closes the gap for the grab. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're gonna eat tons of damage. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Plenty of space between the two fighters, but who will decide to close the gap? Super meter is looking bare right now. Will they try to hang back to stock up or continue fighting? Gaining some meter would open up the opportunity to deal huge damage, but that's easier said than done. What a clutch side piece there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Avoids getting cornered. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player 2 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Time's the only thing moving here. Nice counter. Takes a trip. Projectile to try and change the situation. Trying to read each other here? Jumps in, smart play to stop the opponent there. Only 20 more seconds. What's it gonna be? Not much time left in this round. Hanging on for dear life. They are absolutely wailing on each. They were not cleared for takeoff. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight!
Who's going to start things off? Shows a medium kick? Can't tech the throw? Good work staying in throw range there. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Knockout and... This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Player 2 can build off this lead. There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Side switch in the corner. What'll happen here? Utilizes the parry here to try and establish the pace. Nice counter. Going in. Shuts that down with a parry. You got hit them with a stop and bop. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Player 2 is dominating this match. Barely blocks the jump in. There's a wall slap. They can't do anything now. Player 2 experiencing burnout. KO! Player 2 took no time to finish that fight. back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Gets the jump in. Just goes for it to stop the opponent's flow. Is that going to condition them to be more conservative? We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Trips him up. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Does a good job of pushing back. Taking stock. Big counter. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Was looking for that jump attack. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The nuke, nice counter, KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight!
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponents can't jump them. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Checks with a medium kick. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. That drive impact doesn't get through. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Tops them with a shoryu. Going in. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Good distance for a shot. Blocks it. Was hungry for the grab. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Full SA meters on deck. The drive impact doesn't work. Jumps up, hits him with a stop and pop. Screw pile driver. Just pops off the tank and scores the win. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Change things up with a fireball. Jump. Both fighters look to set things up as they continue to jostle for position. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Super arc on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Clutch, anti-air. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Player 1 can't use drive anymore. What's next? A projectile to say, get off him. What are they gonna do? Player 1 has a big drive gauge. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this point. With medium poke. Blocks the low kick. Hits that with confidence. Quick dash. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Wait, what? Are they actually dead? Still in it with a sliver. Bends it on the fireball. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that putback. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Player 1 with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? A little too greedy there. The cross-up connects. Throws him. What's next? Good work staying in throw range there. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. The quarter makes it hard to escape. That'll be the setup here. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Takes a trip. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. KO! Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight!
Checking their reactions with a fireball? Are we going to see some fireworks? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. All right, what's coming up next? Looking for a chance. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. Gets out of there with the backdash. They continue to battle it out in the middle of the stage. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. Ooh, the opponent thought they had the high hand with that air attack, but they're about to get crushed. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Ooh, what a smart throw! A quick breather. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Fights back with authority. Pops him with a shoryu. Amazing! Yo, critical art now? This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. They got him!
Final round. Fight!
Open with the block, nothing stops this train. Target locked and scoop. Player 1 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Connects with the throw. What now? Player 2, this is gonna hurt. Reads the jump in perfectly. Perfect tech. Player 2, holy! There's a drive impact. Reach out and hug him. Player 2 is in burnout state, a very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some made. Nothing stops this train. Screw pile driver. There's no escape. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Looking for a hole and whiffs. They're wide open. Jump. Drive impact misses. Ooh, what a smart throw. Player tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Shoot their shot. Punish counter on reaction. Quick dash. Crashes out the cage right there. Ooh, sends him a personalized telegram with that frightening critical. Can they muster up the nerves to fight back and take this round? Answer, are you kidding me? Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Brushes that off and keeps going. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 1 has the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. Tries to bait him with the projectile. They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. Absorbs the attack and fires back. The jump-in is denied. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Takes a trip. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Down to the wire. Life lead opens up. Flashes. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Taking stock. Shoots off a fireball up close. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Both fighters planning something? This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. They gotta keep their eye on the timer. Blocks the impact. Jumps? Oh, what's this? What's gonna happen? Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 2 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum.
Round 2. Fight!
Checking their reactions, brushes that off and keeps going. Target locked and scoop. Player 2 didn't rely too much on drive in that last round. but they may be looking to mix things up here. The jump in is denied. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Jump? They were right to be on guard there. Looking to plan them with a pile driver. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Have they noticed the drive gauge gap? Experiencing burnout. Were they baiting them into that? Going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move. There it is. They knew it'd be enough. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
But brushes that off and keeps going. Looking to plan him with a pile driver. Player 1 didn't rely too much on drive in that last round, but they may be looking to mix things up. Big gauge lead here. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Player 1 with a slight lead. Will they have impact counter? Oh, that's so sick. Target combo into, putting the cherry on top. Come on now, let me hear you say it. Repa! Good presence of mind to pull the trigger. Looking for a hole. Presses for a reaction with a fireball. Keeps him out. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back to center stage. All whiff and no throw. That's gonna leave him rattled. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Full drive on deck. A jump? Shrugs that off. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Hits the drive. 20 seconds to go. Wrecks them. Time's almost up. Do they have what it takes? They are done. Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Adds a bit of OD spice. Jump, hits him with a stop and block. Looking to plan him with a pile driver. Player 1 has the life advantage. Can they exploit this advantage? Deftly shuts out the jump down to the wire. Gets a good read on their opponent. Gets through the opening. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Uses the target combo as a filler. Blocks the impact. The jump in is denied. Smart play with the throw. Player 2 raw critical. What's gonna happen? Oh, it looks like this will be enough damage for the kill. No escaping that. Player 1 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out?
Round 2. Fight!
Who's going to start things off? Shows the medium kick. Will gain control of the match in the early going. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. They're still feeling each other out. Hits them with a stop and pop. What'll happen here? The jump in, looking to plan him with a pile driver. Going in? Player 2 has the meter lead. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Still slugging it out at this range. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. The engagement here will have a huge effect on the rest of the match. Digs in deep to get that drive in. Target locked and scoop. Both fighters planning something? Jumps? Like, this is gonna be bad news. Dragon opts for the critical art. Shreds them with the critical art. Such a smart play to go for in this situation. Fighting back against the odds and giving them a chance to win this. They gotta dig down deep here. Wow, set waiting for this opening. Punish counter sets the table. Screw, how you need guts to pull that off. Player one made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Great work finding the opening. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. That should teach him you can't just throw out moves. Grabs him, trips him up. On dangerous turf. Easy to get. Oh! Picture perfect punish counter. Punish is there with the drive impact, really laying on the pressure. Had the radar up and running. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Life lead opens up. Does a good job of pushing back. Throws him. What's next? Shoots off a fireball up close. Player 2 is gonna uses the gauge for a super art. Shippujinrai hit. Good damage option there. A quick breather. Player 2 must be feeling good after that super, but they gotta keep on the gas. Looking for a chance. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Both of them are low on health and are playing very cautiously right now. Both fighters are weighing their options and looking for an opening. They are absolutely wailing on each other in the middle of the stage. Throws a fireball. Not much time left in this round. Little time left. What's the play here? Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Each hit is so important here. Takes in the throw. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Down to the wire. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. He decides to spend the meter to open up for more chances. Will this decision pay off for them? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Knockdown and player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Leaning on the overdrive. Doing some quick planning? What'll happen here? Barely blocks the jump in. Nice counter. Quick breather. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump ins at this range. Jump? Denied. They were expecting that drive impact. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. The engagement here will have a huge effect on the rest of the match. Less than 20 seconds remaining. Both fighters decides to go fancy on that jump in and takes care of it with a perfect parry. It's a good spot to use the super. Going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move. There it is. They knew it'd be enough. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Knockdown. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Almost had it, but he gets blocked. Drive impact is blocked. but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. Well, they manage to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Burnout is triggered. Reads them. That slight doubt is all it took. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Nice cross-up. Oh, they needed to block that from behind. This fight is just underway. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. A quick breather. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? They may be planning to spend their drive gauge here. Overdrive arts give moves a big power boost at the cost of using some of the drive gauge, so meter management is vital. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Midway through the round, expect to see our fighters settle into their grooves. Still lots of time left in this fight. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink for uses the gauge for a super art. Triple Jinrai hit! Good damage option there. Both fighters planning something? So, what's bomb critical? What's gonna happen? Gets the critical out. Even when the chips are down, they're still looking for a play to take this fight. Now they gotta think of a follow-up. Oh my god, what's gonna happen? Nothing stops this train! Looking to follow up after that target combo. Pops off the tank and scores the win! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Fight! Round! Fight!
Punish counter sets the table! Looking to impress with this super. Triple Jinrai hit! Good damage option there. Player 2 can build off this lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Presses for a reaction with a fireball. What's that off? Target combo into... Yes, sir. More damage, please. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Holy! Hits that with confidence. Looking to follow up after that target super to show off what our THD and fighters can do for you. Things are looking burns out. What are they gonna do? A projectile to stay get off them. Even the slightest hit may end the round. They can't afford any mistakes. Oh, banks it on the fireball. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Hits him with a stopping bomb. Flashes him. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Was that a good decision? Jump in, finds the mark. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Not a lot of damage dealt so far. No telling how this match will turn out. Can they exploit this advantage? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Box him with a target combo. Sticks the combo. Taking stock. Stops the attack by using a drive pair. From up so ambiguous. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight!
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Grabs him. Closes the gap for the grab. Neither of them willing to back off here. Sure you can? Takes a trip. Dashes forward. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Uses the target combo as a filler. Hits him with a stopping bomb. Target locked and scoop. They back the opponent into the corner. Now to apply the pressure. Noticeable life with and whip. They're wide open. Super art to show off what a PhD and for you. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Can they? That back row was huge. They're recovered. Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the fun. Adds a bit of OD spice there. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? Drives and back misses. Jump, flatline zone. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Rushes that off and keeps going. Combo with the target combo. Player 2 has the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Goes for the fireball. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground games. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. The low heavy hits. Uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Takes a trip, parries the jump in to shut it down. Player 2 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Just goes for it to stop the opponent's flow. Lets off a projectile to waste time. Denies the low heavy. Combo with the target combo. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers. KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Taking them for a ride on the Siberian Express. Checks them with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. Looking for a chance. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Extra spicy Shoryu connects. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Sneaks in, connects with the throw. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. What now? Barely. No! Critical art now? Wait, what? Are they actually dead? No way, that win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Who will come out on top in this final round? Zones with the fireball. Both fighters are raring to go. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Shippujinrai hits. Good damage on. What now? Can they make the most of this? Dangerous range here. Solid anti-air. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Okay, nobody blink. Shakes things up with a fireball. Nothing stops this train. They are in a real bad situation here. Target combo into Benson on the fireball. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Uses the target combo as a filler. Checks him with a projectile. Misses the drive impact. You do not want to whiff an impact. Goes for the command grab. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Gets the cross up. Jumps over their opponent and tags them with the jump attack to flip their block direction. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. The jump in is denied. The fight continues in the middle of the stage. Brushes off the impact. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Throws them. What's next? Life lead opens up. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Throws out a projectile. Combo with the target combo. Did that drive impact get punished? Knockdown and... They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. Which one of these fighters has what it takes to close out this round? Looks like they want to put a new spin. Comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 2 with a good start to the fight. But can they keep it up? Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Unfazed by the switch and block. Hits them with a stop and block. Things are slow going right now, but we may see looking to plant him with a pile driver. Throws a fireball. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Uses the target combo as a filler. A quick breather. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Oh, what's this? There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Big clothesline to knock him down. Ooh, yeah, kick in the gut. Setting him up for the Stormbuster. Player 2 can't afford mistakes and hits him with a stop and pop. Who's gonna take it? Close range projectile. Drive impact misses. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Jump! Tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. What a finish! Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jump. Quick dashing. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Was that a good decision? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Combo with the target combo. Their super art gauge is running on empty. That's going to be a big factor in how this match plays out. Gets back into the corner with pressure building. Shoots off a fireball up close. They're being gets. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round 2. Fight.
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened? A good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Both fighters planning something? Jump? Nice double lariat. Jumps in. Checks him with the projectile. Gets the target locked and scoop. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Uses the parry so the opponent can't dictate the pace of the round. Baits out the low kick. Player 2 hits the drive. Doing some quick planning? Clean parry. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Looking for a chance. So, what's next? Utilizes the parry here to try and establish the pace. This is a turning point experiencing burnout. 20 seconds left on the clock. Feel that pressure. Almost out of time. What'll be the plan here? Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Connects with the throw. Sets up with the jump in. Burns out. Ooh, that amazing never say die attitude got them the win. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Throws a fireball. Blocks the low heavy. The attack is parried. Parrying an attack like that is risky, but the reward is the drive gauge building up. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Tons of drive and health to work with. Will they use their drive to break through or to turn up the heat? Parries the projectile. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. The super armor does its job. He decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Oh. No escaping that. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Are we going to see some fireworks here? Burns the drive gauge. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. They're still feeling each other out. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Sticks the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. The engagement here will have a huge effect on the rest of the match. Jump! Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Uses the gauge for the super! They're not playing around here. Wow, that's some big hits them with a stop and bop. Barely blocks the jump in. Looking for a chance. So, what's next? Player 1 is working with a better game. What this can lead to some big damage. We have super arts on deck. They're still experiencing burnout in attack range. Likely, what a read with that anti-air. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Jump? Nothing stops this train. They can't squander this punish counter attack. Uses the target combo as a filler. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Sets up with the jump in. Player 2 with the lead. Will they go for offense or defense? What now? They're taking a step back, low heavy, but no go. Jumps up. Nice fireball. Jumps, drives, and back misses. Backs off. Great jump. Impact squat. A jump. Ooh, does them dirty. What are they gonna do? In with the cross. Dragon turning it right up with a super. Cashes out, comes off the tank, and scores the win. Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. The counter is blocked. Not shy with the grab. Player 1 with the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Starts with a jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Jump in finds the mark. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Takes a trip. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Is the fireball part of their corner game? Not shy with the grab. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Reads them. Big play does it. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireballs. Holds out with the block. Can't tech the throw. Closes the gap for the grab. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? Both fighters planning something? Player 2 needs to use the predator corner here. They've got to be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Looking to impress with this super. She's legitimately doing the business. Going in? You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Yo, put that away. Knockdown and player 1 is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback using their drive. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into making a mistake. Hogs nothing but air. Goes for the invincible special. They were confident that would hit. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Holy! Hits him with a stopping bar. Uses the target combo as a filler. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. There's a drive impact. Reach out and hug him. What are they gonna do? Jumps. Oh, the throw connects. Plenty of health. Full gauges. Let's go. Keeps him out. Blocks the low kick. Target combo into solid anti-air. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? Risky play, but it pays off. Player 1 has a full drive gauge, but is on the brink of death. A jump in? Jump! Gladiator! Presses for a reaction with a fireball. Jumps hard. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Reads the jump in perfectly. They're in range. We gotta see what a finish! I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Connects with the throw. Smart play with the throw. Dashes forward. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Good anti-air. Wow, shut down. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. There's a corner switch. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Neither of them willing to back off. Taking stock. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. And the throw ends the round. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Hits them with a stopping bar. Combo with the target combo. Experiencing burnout. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Knockdown and jump. Quick dashing. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Uses the game for the super. They're not playing around here. Using the super can open up huge chances for you. Gotta be careful not to hit them with a stopping bar. They must have a game plan here with a critical art on deck, but burnout activates. They are absolutely wailing on each other in the middle of the stage. Turns out, a real test of nerves here. Flatlines them. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. They were right to be on guard there. Reads them. Player 1 has the life advantage. Can they exploit this advantage? Tries to bait him with the projectile. No good up high. They hit each other. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Big counter. The low heavy hits. Parries the projectile. Now what's the follow-up? Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. Takes a trip. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Hold your breath. Can they convert this punish counter opportunity into something? Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player one sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round 2. Fight.
Combo with the target combo. Parries the projectile. Holds out with the block. Throws him. What's next? Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Quick breather. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Nice double lariat. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Sneaks in above. Goes for the fireball, which is a smart play to stop the opponent. This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball game. Can face pay? Oh. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Opens with the fire knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Barely blocks the jump, crowns him from above. Which fighter will control the pace of all the throw connects? Oh, here we go. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Player two, this can lead to some big damage. There's a burnout. Down on life, they gotta make a move. Close range projectile. A jump meets them and air. Only the flatlines there. Player two was an absolute beast in that match.